even though it may look easy for us sometimes at the national team level, it's a lot of hard work to make it look that easy. And so when we put the amount of time, and this has been a 5 year process in the waiting here to get to this Olympics, we're definitely going to make sure we enjoy the moment, the journey, and certainly the result.
A famous saying once said, behind every great player is a great coach. For Team USA women's basketball, Jennifer Rizzotti will be one of 4 coaches on the front line as Team USA plays for gold.
Well, I'm very excited. I mean, this has been a process going on 15 years for me when I first started coaching with USA Basketball back in 2006. So working my way up to become one of the national team assistants is a dream come true. And
Rizzotti is joined on the sideline by head coach Don Staley and fellow assistant coaches Dan Hughes and Cheryl Reeve. Despite having over 2 decades of coaching experience, Rizzotti still thinks that she can learn a lot from this group of leaders.
It would be a mistake for me to be in a situation like this and not learn about coaching, not learn about leadership, not learn about management. You know, they're all champions. You know, Dawn's the national champion, an Olympic champion, and Cheryl and Dan are both WNBA championship coaches.
Cheryl Reeve is on the same page. Even with her 6 WNBA titles, Reeve plans to be supportive and attentive.
You know, I might see something that I take away and go, hey, this will be really good for our team. So my eyes are going to be wide open. You know, obviously my ears and listening. But ultimately, I'll get great joy from supporting Dawn Staley in any way possible to make sure that we complete the mission that we're on.
Reeve is looking for her 2nd Olympic gold medal after also serving as an assistant coach on the 2016 winning squad, and she still remains in awe at the greatness that this team comes with.
You're surrounded by, you know, so many people that made so many sacrifices to be so great at what they do, the amount of training, the amount of sacrifice with your families and your support system. To be great. And so, you know, to be surrounded by all that is just an incredible feeling.
Reeve is also the head coach of the Minnesota Lynx, which makes things hard when it's time to go from the navy blue, green, and gray to the red, white, and blue.
It's challenging in terms of, you know, you're in the midst of a season and you're coaching, and then all of a sudden you stop and you have to, you know, I got to drop my Lynx gear and then put my USAB gear on and go be an assistant coach and try to win, you know, another gold medal, the 7th consecutive gold medal.
Jennifer Rizzotti, on the other hand, is not usually coaching, but rather serving as the team president for the Connecticut Sun. However, Rizzotti has enough experience on Team USA to have an easy transition.
It comes pretty natural to me to be a coach. I've worked with this group of Dawn and Cheryl and Dan now for 4 years. And then most recently with Dawn Staley down in Puerto Rico as we were trying to help the U.S. get to a qualifying tournament for next year's World Cup. So I've still had my coaching hat on quite a bit here.
While switching to a coaching role won't be an issue, COVID-19 restrictions will be, which will keep each team in its own bubble outside of games and practices.
There's definitely challenges of, like, you know, getting a little antsy of having to be in the same place all the time and not being able to go out and be social or experience the culture of a different country. But our priority is to win, and our priority is to stay safe. And so if that means we have to stay in our hotel for most of the trip, we're going to have to do it. But it's not as easy and glamorous as people think.
And of course, in new developments out of Tokyo, fans won't be allowed to attend games.
When we play with the national team, we're used to, you know, tens of thousands of people there ready to watch us play. The players are able to have their families and their friends there supporting them play in, you know, the biggest stage of their lives. So it'll be a little disappointing to have an empty arena when they've prepared for this their whole lives. It'll definitely be different. It'll definitely be a challenge for us to have to bring our own energy and know that we won't have the crowd behind us or in some cases against us.
In these tough times, Rizzotti, along with the rest of the coaching staff, have multiple veterans to lean on, especially 2 voices that you already heard from in Diana Taurasi and Sue Bird.
People want to make comments all the time about how much older they are and, you know, give somebody else a turn. But I mean, unless you're in camp every day and you watch the leadership of Sue and Diana, it's really hard to explain why this is their team and why this is still their opportunity. I mean, they're still the best at what they do at their position. And not only are they at the best at what they do individually, but they make everybody around them better by the way that they play, the way that they communicate, the way that they prepare and practice. It's just a mindset. It's a veteran mindset.
This Team USA roster also has younger players such as Nafisa Collier, who Cheryl Reeve has had the opportunity to coach as a member of the Minnesota Lynx.
And I knew at some point she'd be an Olympian. I just didn't know when, if her time would be now or the next cycle. But she earned the opportunity to be now by the work that she did in her first 2 years as a pro, and then also her work that preceded her from the USAB. I'm excited for Fee, and I just want her to look around and see all the Olympians, and they're Olympians because they do things a certain way. And so make sure that she's looking and watching and absorbing and learning. And then when her number is called, to do what she needs to do, make sure she's ready.
As the WNBA season prepares for its Olympic break, these coaches are looking for gold in the land of the rising sun.
Being consistent in what you do is such an important part of being excellent. You can't be moody. You can't come in and have excuses. There are no excuses, no matter what's going on, who's on the team, who our opponent is, where we're playing, how long our plane trip was. There is no excuses in this program in USA basketball. So just the level of excellence, learning from that and understanding what it takes every day, it's a challenge, and it can be emotionally draining, but it's so worth it to be able to be a part of the product that is the gold medal standard.
For WRHU News, I'm Yao Bonsu.